Okay, hey everybody, it's Cappy and Peter again for Always in Stitches. What's new this week? It's May. It's been May. It's so bizarre. It's like we're halfway through May. I can't even stand it. And the weather, Peter, what's the weather today?
The weather, it's overcast with a hint of blue.
With a hint of blue. I can see just a little bit of blue peeking through. Yeah, and it's kind of cold. It's like, it's supposed to get up to 70, but it's damp and cold. And for mid-May, I want better weather. But, you know, I don't have to get to choose. But lots of things to show you today. So many fun things. I got two, my list is like double page here. I have two things. I had so much to talk about. But we're going to start with books. We have like so many books here. I love all the books that we carry. And we get new books all the time. Our shop owner, Lenine Burrow, is a frustrated librarian. She would tell you that. And so we'll get books in, and what we typically do is we get 2 or 3 to see if we like them, if we think they're any good. This is the one we just got in. It's called Save the Salvages. And I love the salvages off of fabric. I think designers have gotten real interested in making the salvages really interesting now. And this little project book from Cozy Quilt Designs, which shout out to Daniela Stout out in California. Somebody out of her facility has written this book, and I love it. I absolutely love all the projects in here. I have saved salvages forever. I think we all have. You know, we just can't let them go. They're just too cute, and they're too many fun things. Oh, look at this fun page. Look at all those little cool little pockets. There's a needle organizer, there's a pin cushion, there's an e-reader pouch, a tea bag holder, a bookmark, a tissue holder, coffee cup holder. I mean, just so many fun projects. They actually even print fabric now that looks like salvages. But she's going to give you the methods to, you know, use the ones that you've cut off of fabric.
I like the cup holder.
I do too. Wouldn't that be perfect? That'd be perfect for your teacup.
Like if you're at a quilt retreat.
Yeah.
Something to put around your coffee holder.
So anyway, the salvages are really interesting, and I think this book is a fun book to have in your
I like
collection.
the needle organizer. I didn't see that one.
I do too.
Yesterday.
I'd like to see inside to know how it's put together, what she's done with it.
Well, you got the book.
I know. I got the book. I think so we've got a couple
You might
copies
look
of
and
this.
see.
It's called Save the Salvages. So I'm thinking it says stop tossing them and start saving them. I've already started saving them. I can't stand it. So that's a great book. And then we have this whole rack of books, and then there's another twice the size of this one rack of books. What I like about getting a book rather than just a single pattern is most books have multiple patterns. So bang for your buck, you're really getting a great deal. And most of the time the books anymore have lots of little tips and tricks and information by the person who wrote the book about what they think is helpful in your quilting skills. And so I think it's really helpful to have that information. I go back and reference, it's like, okay, now wait a minute, how did they put a zipper in, or how did they do their fat quarter bundle into a quilt real quick? So lots of books to work with. These Table-tastic books, there's a series of those, 1, 2, and 3. That's our really good friend from Moda Delico.
You met him, didn't you?
Yes. I actually, Lenine and I, his very first quilt market, we rode with him to a shop event, to a shop owner's dinner, and we were in a big Suburban and there wasn't enough room, and the poor kids basically sat in the luggage area in the back. But he was only 15 or 16 at the time. Now he's, you know, in his, I don't know how old he is, but he's older than that for sure. But Doug writes the best patterns, and so if you haven't worked with Antler Quilt Designs, he's a great one. His patterns are so precise, they're so well written. And when you buy one of his pattern books, look, they're spiral bound. How cool is that? Because then it lays flat.
It already lays flat.
It lays nice and flat. You don't have to figure that out. We also, if you buy a book from us and want to have it bound with spirals, we will do that for you. You have to drop it off and give us a day or 2 to get it done. But we will spiral bound things for you. Don't overwhelm the system. But if you've purchased the book here, we'll try and do that for you if it can be done. So anyway, check out our books. If you haven't, we got a nice little area you can sit down and peruse through the book before you buy it to make sure it has the information you want. And if there's a book you've seen that you're interested in, let us know, and it might be one that we'll get in as well. But I love a good quilt book. How about you, Peter? Do you like?
I think you really hit the nail on the head when you said that the quilters that write them, they divulge all their secrets. Like, I mean, it's like having a one-on-one private retreat.
It is.
And what a great way to learn really fast all the tips and tricks.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think the other one that I really like well are the ones by me and my sister, and they usually do they may be over on this rack. I don't know. We've got so many books you can't see them.
Yeah,
all.
the me and my sister
ones
great
are good
books.
too. They're fun too because there's 1 times a charm, 2 times a charm, 3 times a charm. So those are fun too. So just come look at books. If you're looking to start your pattern collection, it's a great way to start. I guarantee you, if there's one pattern in there that you like, you're going to like the others as well. So it's worth the investment. So the other thing we're going to talk about is some other patterns we got in, and they're actually up towards the front of the store, so we're going to take a little cruise. I'm going to let Peter give you some eye candy on the way up, because it's always nice to watch and see what's new in the store. And then we're going to come back and look at fabric too, but if you've not been to our store, we're over 9,000 square feet in retail space, which is a lot of shopping. Lots of opportunity to see what we have, lots of notions and things like that. So if we don't
all the
have
employees are scattering.
they are. They're the worst when it comes to a camera, man. They are shy. There's a bunch.
There's the register.
There's the register with Pam and Julie and Deborah. They're
With
deep
their backs
in thought.
turned.
Their backs to us.
They're
deep in
plotting and
thought.
scheming.
They're planning things. Okay, so let's go up here. So we're in the area. This is kind of, so we're outside the quilting world here. This is not the quilting world. This is for those people who love to make things besides quilts. We've got bags and we have what's called funky friends, and you have to articulate that. Peter reminded me before I started saying those words to articulate my words. So, funky friends are the fun patterns. They're all these little critters, and the patterns are pretty friendly as far as knowing how to make them. But oh my gosh, if you've got scraps from your quilting, let's say you make a baby quilt, what a perfect thing to do to make a little stuffed animal to go with the baby quilt out of the very same fabric. The other thing is these Funky Friends patterns translate really well into the cuddle fabrics that we make. So like the elephant there, if you're making the elephant and you make it out of gray cuddle, oh, it's just perfect. Great to snuggle with. And I can just tell you, these Funky Friends patterns do very well for us. They're just super, super fun.
He'd be a fun needle cushion.
He would be a great pin cushion, wouldn't he?
Some people use their baby's clothes after they outgrow them.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Yeah. So you've got a bunch of little baby clothes. You want to have a keepsake for, you know, a wedding gift or something fun. What a fun thing to do. Or an old wedding dress, cut it up. Now he's going to get to my favorite animal
Or
here.
silk ties, like if you have silk ties that you want to remember somebody by.
Yeah, oh, what a great idea. Now, he's almost to my very favorite.
The cat? You like the cat?
I do like the cat, but more than the cat, it's...
The cat?
Teasing him.
The
cat's
shark.
Good. The shark's okay. The cat's fun. But the best of all is the flamingo. I love it. I actually have the stuff at home to make it, and I just haven't ever done it. It's on my pip list. I've got to get it done.
Oh, I like Melody the Memory Bear.
I do.
That's
and
fun.
That's to the point you were just
Oh,
making.
he's my favorite.
That would be great for neckties and old shirts.
I missed the snake.
Oh, yeah, and the snake, we even have a sample of the snake hanging right beside you there.
Oh,
Don't let him
he's
get ya.
fun.
Don't let him get you.
He bit me. Hold on.
He's made out of batiks.
Look at that tongue.
Isn't that great? So yeah, so if you're looking to make something, maybe you've made every quilt you ever want to make and you need a little break from making quilts, I would suggest getting into these Funky Friends patterns.
Okay.
Make an animal.
Can I just say though, if you have this hanging around your neck
Well, yeah.
and you show up at a quilt retreat, what a great icebreaker. I mean,
yeah.
everybody would want to be your friend if you walk around with
or
that.
not, depending on if, you know, maybe
I mean,
the
look
snake-
how fun that would be. Okay, I dare you to take that to the Moda when you go to the...
Want to go to the motor retreat? That'd be good.
The
He's
motor
pretty
retreat.
cute. Remember, now I've seen where they take like foxes and live animals and
Yeah,
they turn them
yeah.
into stoles. This is my snake stole. What do you
Your
think?
snake stole. I love
It's
it.
a little. Well, I have a short
I
neck.
think you have to be careful with that. You might
I get in trouble. Yeah, he's a little bigger.
He might choke you out.
He might strangle me. But it'd be fun.
Just have to make them a little longer if you make them a stole.
I mean, this is cool. And you know, here's the okay. So you know what I would do? This would be really fun.
What would you do?
I would put rice in here, so then you could put it in the microwave and heat it up with a little.
That's a great idea.
It's a neck, you know, one of those neck things that you could. Or here's another idea. What if rather than taking one of those on the airplane, you took this on the airplane? Remember that movie Snakes on a Plane?
Yes.
This is it's my and you suppose TSA would let you go through security?
That's
with
my
it?
pillow.
This is my pillow. They were
This
like,
is my
I'm
pillow.
sorry, ma'am. No, that's a snake. You can't take it on the plane. It's like, but it's a pillow.
It's a stuffed animal.
Do we have anybody who works with TSA?
It's your emotional support
It's
pet.
my emotional support animal. I don't know. We digress a little bit. Yeah, but anyway, Funky Friends. I suggest you come in and play with them.
Oh, that was fun.
That's fun. And when you look them up, they're Funky Friends Factory. So when you look them up on our website, it's going to say Funky Friends Factory, and then it will give you the various animals that you're looking for. But look at this. I love the duck. She's just, look at her little face. She's kind of like pouting, and her little wings are hanging out. I have a really good duck joke, but we don't have enough time to tell it. But sometime I'll tell my duck joke. It's about grapes. It's hysterical. People have made me not tell it anymore because I think it's funny. But anyway. Okay. So enough about that. We've torn that up. The other thing I want to tell you is there's a series that's on our YouTube channel called Cappy's a Bag. It's me. And I'm a bag. And it's a 12-part series that we are doing video support. There's actually an in-store class, which we potentially, if you're local, you could maybe get into the class still. You'd have to call and talk to us. Either way, you're going to have to call and talk to us. But we've reopened the class because what's happened is people are finding this class series on our YouTube channel and they want to join. And the way the class is designed is the first 5 classes are already on our website. You have a particular pattern that we work with, and I teach you how to do the techniques in that pattern. And then once we've worked through all 12 months, you will have all the skills you need to be a really fantastic bag maker. So some of the projects we've already made are out here. Like we made a little key fob. This is the one we just did, the carry along. We made these two, the Debbie and the Sophie last month. And what it is just video support on how to make those projects. And I really think so many people are getting into bags, but I teach you like how to work with cork, how to work with the hardware. We've got an extensive collection of hardware right now available for you to purchase. The problem is no matter what hardware I get, it's always one other type of hardware you want. So if you don't see the hardware that you want on our wall, we can always get more for you. It's always orderable. But it's kind of a fun class. It's $120, which basically you're just paying for the patterns because the patterns run around $10 each. But you do get the video support of all 12 classes. So if you're interested in that, call our orders department. We can still hook you up with that class. The demand has been such that we felt like we needed to reopen it and allow people to see it. And what happens is that it gets on YouTube and it's eternal. And so people are like, I really want to get into that so I can have the next patterns shipped to me. So if you're not local, it's okay. It's going to be on YouTube, and we mail you the pattern at no additional cost, providing you're in the continental United States. And then we've got one gal who she's never even been in the store, and she does it all remote. She has one of our staff members pick out all the fabric and everything to go with it to make that particular project that month. And we ship it to her, and she's doing all of it far, far away, and we love that. So that's a couple classes that are available. And then I want to show you another class. I hope it's on display up here. I think it is. Yes. Peek around the corner here. Come on, Peter. So this is, and I don't think we've talked about this yet.
We haven't.
Okay. I have to have extra memory. So this is Jamie's Slow Stitch Embroidery on a Photograph. And this is June 17th. It's 10:30 to 12:30. And I just love, I'm going to take this off. I love what she's done. She's taken the fabric that you can print on, and she's taken an old picture of a family member and printed that picture onto the fabric. And then she's gone back, and here's another one you can see. She's gone back and done embroidery stitches over the photograph to embellish it a little bit and make it have dimension. I think this is the coolest idea. I think wedding pictures, I mean, think if you had your grandmother's wedding picture and you could, you know, print it in black and white, and maybe it is in black and white, and then put the embellishments on it, or even a current picture. What a beautiful wedding gift for a couple that they could have that. For a bride or for a new baby, maybe a christening picture or something like that. So this class I think will fill quickly. It's just a 2-hour class. It's very specific instructions on what you have to bring to the class for it to happen. So if you sign up for it, make sure that you look at the website so you know that you're making it, that you're bringing the right supplies, okay? Don't want you to miss out on having everything you need. But that's a really fun class that's not quite full yet. Some of the other classes we've shown you before, they're full, they're closed. So go to the website if there's a class you were thinking about. Some of them still have one spot maybe left, but most of them are selling out just about as quickly as we publish them. So don't miss out on the classes. Okay, so while we're up in this corner, we're going to go back over to our sewing machine department. If you've been watching our videos, you might kind of get a feel. We should put a floor plan of the store so you know where we're at. Okay, let's go over here. The machine demo sale has ended. However, we do still have some sewing furniture we want to sell. And Peter, they've got this really cleared off where you can get a really good picture of that cabinet.
They did that for me?
I think maybe. They knew we were coming, so they got it all nice and tidy.
I tell you what, hard people are good heart.
We got the best staff.
Good people are hard to find.
They are, and we've got them. And we've kept them.
We got them all in one place.
We do. So here you have this. This is really.
This is the dream cabinet right here.
Look how that pops up.
Oh, we did not demonstrate that last time.
Okay, let me do it again. So look at that. It's like magic. It disappears, and it has a nice little handy hole.
Oh, it's like when you're on the airplane and they pull out all these cabinets from nowhere and serve you coffee.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have my snake around my neck. And then you got drawers here. See, nice little drawers. More drawers and things, and little cubbies. The sewing machine would normally be on that it's push hydraulic. It's not electric hydraulic, it's a push hydraulic, which is fine. That's what I've got with mine. I really like it. And then this will all close up too, to where it's just from that distance just to that corner there. So it's good compact when you're not using it. But this is one we still have on the floor available for sale. So
what do you mean by demo pricing? What does that mean? Does that mean like I get a 1% discount, or I mean?
How big is our demo discount? Would you say? You can tell us, well, not dollar figures, but actually like percentage. Is it like? Is it about 20% off the lowest sale price? It might even be more than that. She says, "Wow."
Never done that, so now
I know. So she's asking. This particular model, I think, is called Bertha. Am I right?
No, that one is the Aussie.
The Aussie.
And
Okay.
then we have ones called the Outback that is made for the larger machines, but it's
Real close, real close. Okay, so this is the Aussie, if you're looking online. And it would be this exact table.
Can I tell you it's $600 off?
Okay, it's $600 off the regular price. That's a chunk of money. That's enough money to buy a lot of fabric. You could buy a machine and the table and still have money left. So, yeah, this.
So is that $600 off the price that we were typically selling it for?
Yes, yeah. Off
So
the
it's
price.
an additional $600 savings.
Yes, additional $600 off of our already lowered price. So this is like, if you're even possibly thinking about you want a table, I would come get this. It will be this exact table. This isn't one of those things where you're going to buy it and get one ready to assemble, which you don't want to assemble this. Let me just tell you right now. Unless, and you know, we always have that person like, oh, my husband's an engineer, he can put it together. Yeah, well, go for it. Hopefully you're still married when it's over, because it's a lot of little parts and pieces, and having it already assembled is a huge plus right there, because I think just for assembly they charge like $300, so you're saving that right away, plus whatever shipping would be. So come get that one. I'd love to see that one sell and move out of the building, because she's a lovely little table, but she needs a new home. So needs a new home. Okay. I got to show you something. This is going to make you giggle, because it makes Peter giggle, and it really makes me laugh. So we're going to have to find these. We're going to have to go look for, you know what I'm looking for, Peter?
I don't, actually.
You don't? You don't?
No.
I'm looking for, okay, here it is right here.
Oh, you found, oh, I know what you're looking for. I love these things.
I know, this,
Man.
okay, now Peter, you should, you tell them why you want this.
So it's called the purse parrot, and as she unsnaps the snap, I want to buy it just for that holster.
He wants the parrot. But look, they come in different colors.
So it's a holster to hold your scissors so you can carry them in your purse and you don't have to worry about the pointy scissors poking holes in everything.
Yeah, I'm going to guess, we're back to I bet you could take these on an airplane.
Man, I love that holster.
So the reason we even have these is each month we have what's called the notion of the month. Let me lay it on this, Peter. I think you'll get a better picture. We have what's called the notion of the month. And the first 100 people to come into the store and shop that spend $100 in any month get a free notion of the month. And this was our notion of the month for May. Now, we've already had 100 people come in and spend $100, so these are no longer available for free. Now you have to buy them, but everybody was getting them given away. We're like, I want to buy a pair. They're $6.99, which for the holster, the scissors ain't bad. I'm just saying.
I mean, it puts a smile on my face every time I take the scissors out of the holster.
It's a pretty bird, too. Look at the eye. Look how they made the snap, the eye. How smart are they?
Smart.
Very, very, very cute. Very, very cute. This little part hanging out you cut off. That's just there for, barcoding and stuff. It's not stinking cute. But that drives home, I wanted you to be aware of our Notion of the Month program. So you have to be the first one, within the first 100 people to spend $100 or more in the store. Believe me, it goes quick. And we always have a really fun notion to give away. I'm not for sure what's coming for June because we kind of like to be surprised that way. But there'll be another one coming. So when June 1st starts, if you're going to make a purchase online or in the store, spend $100 or more and you get the notion of the month. This one was so popular we had to order it in so people could buy it because they didn't want to have to, they were gone. They were sold out. We didn't have any. So we ordered more. So that's really fun. Peter will probably buy 2 sets. You're going to buy them both colorways, right?
Yes. For all my knitting bags.
Oh, yeah. You never have enough scissors. And then the other thing I want to talk about is this thread cutter, the little macaroon thread cutters. Julie, where'd those end up? Are they? Okay, these make me giggle. They're thread cutters.
Aren't they needle sharpeners? I thought they were needle sharpeners.
They open up and we thought they were just for storage.
Yeah, they don't do anything. It's just storage.
Okay, no, then this is the thread cutter.
That's the needle sharpener.
Needle sharpener.
Oh, that's different than the,
This is, it says, okay, so here we are.
shape storage.
Let's
Yeah,
see what
those
this
are just
is.
storage. Those ones that you have. This is a sharpener. You put your sweet and sharp macaroon. You got your little needle, and you can poke them in
that's
there, and it sharpens them.
Oh,
I saw these the other
yeah, I
day.
see. Look at the picture. It shows you. You stick the needle
Yeah.
in there, and it sharpens your needle.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, see these.
So are those the same thing?
No,
No,
these,
those are different.
these
Those are just to put your little.
We said put lipstick in it or something.
No, it's for your markers. Like
Oh,
for
your
knitting.
stitch markers.
Your stitch markers.
Oh, like your knitting stitch marker.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a thing about macaroons going on. Aren't these fun?
Well, because all the baking shows are always making macarons.
Oh. I wish somebody would bring us some macaroons.
Yes.
to make them, but you can't pin her down these days.
Yeah. Anybody watching would like to deliver some macaroons to the Always in Stitches staff, we would be most appreciative.
Do it on my day when I'm
Do it on the day Julie's working.
What day
Let
are
me
you
send
working,
the
Julie?
schedule so you know what day she's here.
Yeah, call in and ask.
Okay, so now that we've figured out what these are, they're fun though. I think the tools are what makes our job fun. So now the whole staff knows what they are.
Yeah, because I was like,
What are these? What are these? Okay. Patterns, notions, pillows. Oh, let's show our pillows. Let's see our pillows. Let's go up here to the one that's the original. I'm kind of wandering all over the place today. Let's look at pillows.
the other one's on her chair.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh, and there's the quilt.
The quilt? Which quilt?
The kit.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to talk
We
about that.
can't forget that.
Okay, so this is our project. We told you we've been doing.
Oh, there's a pillow.
There's a pillow. So here's the pillow that we've been talking about. This is the summer sew-along project that we're doing in the month of May. We're making pillowcases. And I want to show you these lovely pillowcases. Now, you watched me on the previous What's New video sew this one together on the serger. Now, you're going to notice something about this if you pay close attention. The cuff on this is wider than the other ones. And what happened was when I was cutting it, I accidentally cut this cuff a little too big. So I just made the body of the pillow a little shorter. It's still the right length overall, and it works. So there you go. Improv worked. An opportunity to make it better. Okay? There's one. Here's another. And you guys have already started posting your pictures on. I love to see that. This one, the gal that runs our embroidery department, Machine Embroidery, her son picked out these colors, which I think he did an outstanding job. Charles actually comes in and does our quilt moving. He's a teenager, I think he's 16 now. He comes in and climbs up on the real tall ladder to move our stuff because it's hard to move things that high and have nerves of steel. Even Peter didn't like to climb up that high. None of us like to climb that high.
It's a 10 or 12 foot ladder. That thing's tall.
It's tall. But Charlie comes in and does it no problem. So anyway, he comes and does this. So this was the fabric he chose, and I love it. I think it's masculine. It's a masculine pillow. And they just went on vacation this week, so unfortunately, he didn't get to take it with him. But anyway, there's one. And then this, and that's machine embroidery. So think about that. You could do machine embroidery on it, which would be fun. And then this one, our shop owner made for her granddaughter. Well, she sort of made it. She did the hand embroidery. I sewed it together because, as she reminded me, well, you got your surgery. You could do it in 10 minutes. So she did the hand stitching. And then she picked this really cute coordinating animal fabric to go with it. And I'm just about betting you that Libby's going to have this in a car somewhere or in her room. How fun is that?
That's fun.
Isn't that fun? So there's some options. Start posting pictures of your pillows. They already have. We'll have to maybe take some of those and put them on here. But look what fun. I love these. I love how they're coming together. I'm going to make another one of these for a companion because I think I'm going to put 2 of them on a bed. I think that'd be comfy.
That would look cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. Just mini pillows. So there they are, some more pillowcases. I don't know if I want to leave them here or not because I'm afraid somebody will want to take them home with them.
Better take them with you.
Better take them with me. Okay, don't want to lose them. Okay, so the other thing that we want to show you is fabric. Because, you know, fabric. We got another Christmas line in, and I've got a couple to show you. We'll do this one in a minute when there's not anybody over there, but they're talking about buying a machine right now, so we don't want to interrupt that. So let's go this way. We'll take a pause, and I'll meet you back at the fabric. Okay, we're back with some fabric. This fabric is from the Northcott Company. It is called Vitamin C, S-E-A, and we have a sample we're sewing. Jessica's been working with our Pro Stitcher on our, which machine have you been using?
This is the Moxie, which is the smallest one. And now that side's, I'm doing the sides separate. So
Yeah.
the top has been quilted.
Okay.
And then all the way down, and you can see I put in some stitching here. This has a fleur-de-lis and some little hearts, and we picked up the heart motif and did it across here with little scallops, and then filled the whole center with these beautiful nautiluses with the hearts that look like waves when you put them all together.
Oh, they do. I love that. And so now you're getting ready to go down the sides.
Yep, I'm getting ready to turn it and then do the sides.
This is why you want a handy quilter machine, because look at what a lovely job she's done with this. And it's Pro Stitcher, right? You're not doing this free.
I'm using Pro Stitcher Lite,
Okay.
which has lots of designs on it, and you can modify them and squish them and stretch them, whatever you need to make your quilt unique. It's amazing how much you can do with what's on there and how much fun it is.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculously fun.
It's addictive, isn't it? It's like a potato chip. You can't eat just one. It's like, what's my next idea?
Well, and then it's good to learn. Like when I started out, I started in this seashell area. I can't say that word, but I was doing a cool little bubble pebble thing. But one of my coworkers, Bonnie, looked over my shoulder and she said, "Oh, Jessica, no." And so I paused, and I'm like, "Why?" Because I don't care if the no, but the why. And she's like, "Well, you can't see the shells through it anymore." I'm like, "Oh, you got a point." And so we shifted. We found something else that still has that undulation, but you can see the shells now.
Right, yeah.
So lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, I think the trick with finished quilting is to remember it's the icing on the cake, and the cake is the point of the icing, but the icing finishes the cake.
Yeah.
And when you're doing the finished quilting on a quilt, it makes the cake dazzle, but too much icing is never, a good thing. So.
Unless you're like 10.
Unless you're, yeah, exactly.
And Jessica, you had to learn Pro Stitcher. you didn't come in knowing how to use it.
Oh, gosh,
I
no.
didn't know. I got the chance to go out to the Handy Quilter Academy last June and was really surprised at how much fun it was. I mean, just there is so much that you can do with Pro Stitcher and Pro Stitcher Lite even. And
Someday I will do the design work too. Because I just do.
It's a process. You don't jump into the deep end of the pool and know how to do swan dives. I mean, you have to start in the shallow end.
Speaking of pool.
And speaking of pool, and you have to learn gradually. So,
It looks like a pool.
I think sometimes we forget that it's a process. You don't start at the beginning of the best of the best. You learn it a little bit at a time. So this is lovely. The cool part, I'm going to let you take that.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you, ma'am. The cool part is we've already kitted, no, I think we've kitted, I'm going to lie. Oh no, here's the pattern for it. Whirl Whimsy.
Did we start the kitten train on this one?
I don't know if we started the kitten train, but we will be soon, I'm sure. It's called Whirl Whimsy. And that's the pattern for it. If you were like watching this and saying, I gotta make that quilt, call orders, email orders. You guys know our personal shoppers are always happy to, we'll get you a kit put together. It's actually 61 by 76, and it says the skill level is confident beginner. So, honestly, even if I had another fabric that had a panel in it, because it uses a panel, I could make this with another fabric if I wanted to. So Peter's scanning all the fabric now. It's stunning. We seem to be in this aqua blue phase, but that was what was available to buy this time of year. I think everybody's, we're thinking about summer. Winter's over, and there's a wide back that goes with it. So if you're a wide back fan, don't miss the wide back. Comes in here. Here's a lovely lavender. Oh, I love lavender, and that's one we can't always find. That's a nice little pop of color. Again, these kind of Nautilus looks, I love that. And then the cool part is we showed you a tote bag on a panel, I think a couple videos ago, sold out like that. And so now here's another one, very similar pattern.
It's a beach bag.
And it's a beach bag. I mean, it's really a beach bag. It has a little label who the bag belongs to. You can fill that in with either hand stitching or use one of those Pima pins. But everything you need to make the bag is on the panel. I love, love, love this concept. I think it's great. It's an easy way to make a bag and not have to take a whole class. But if you want to take a class, we can do that too. So that's Vitamin C, S-E-A, and it's from the Northcott Company. If you're looking on our website, it's going to be under Fabrics, Northcott, and look up Vitamin C. You'll be able to find all the fabrics there. And then, as I told you last time, it's hard to imagine, but our Christmas fabric is arriving. So I have another Christmas line to show you. It's right over here.
yes, that's exactly it.
This one is another one from the Moda Company, and it's the Christmas Eve is the name of it, and it's by Lula Batik. Lala Batik. I'm not going to say that right. This is so peaceful. Christmas used to always just be red and green and Santa Claus and poinsettias, and I'm loving how they're choosing other flowers and other kind of more muted colorways to illustrate Christmas, because depending on how your house is decorated, you may not want overtly green and red and Santa Claus is in your house. You may want to go another direction. Peter's stuck on the plaid. I know Peter. That plaid's got your name on it. But look at these little wreaths. Isn't that sweet? It's a subtle pattern I don't even recognize until you really look at it. Some great dots. Words. We always love words. Fa la 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 la. Those are good. And again, they've done a nice job, as the Moda Company always does with their fabrics. We've got our nice darks, lights, mediums, large, medium, small. This is going to turn into a beautiful Christmas quilt. Or table runners placemats. That Table-tastic book that I was talking about when I was first in the beginning of this video, that Table-tastic would make into some beautiful table runners and things for your Christmas
Tree
decoration.
skirt.
Oh, tree skirt.
Make an amazing tree skirt.
Would be a great tree skirt, yeah. And look at the holly berries. I love it. Very good. This Moda Christmas Eve Lella Boutique is the line. And I'm in love with this line. I think it's really pretty. It's another lovely choice for Christmas instead of some of that, really, really bright Christmas. And then we've got one more line that I'm looking for of fabric, It's Magic Garden with Figo. So we gotta find out where they've stowed it.
All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off and we'll go find it.
We'll go find it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, magic! Okay, this is by the Figo company. It's called Magic Garden, and it's like, what's so magic? It's got hummingbirds. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I saw my first hummingbird yesterday.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you have feeders out, or did it just happen by?
It came to stop by the flowers.
There's a hummingbird. There's a butterfly. This is magical. I am in love with this. Man,
Those are your colors, Cappy.
I know, this may be one of those, I gotta have a little bit of every bolt. Look at this one. So, you know, I'm a child of the 60s. So this reminds me of the Magical Mystical Tour. If those of you who are familiar with the Beatles, this is something that I can see in a cartoon. Very lovely. The stars, the moon. And you know what I'm gonna do with this? You know what I'm going to do with this?
What are you going to do with that?
My English paper piece. Because look how fun those would English paper piece.
Speaking of magical experiences, I thought I saw a bear face right here. Okay? And I'm sitting here staring at it, and it looks like a bear right in the middle.
Yeah.
But then when I look away off camera, I don't see it. But then when I look back on the camera, I can see like the big bear nose and the big bear eyes.
Yeah, isn't that
But there's
funny?
really not a bear there.
You know, your brain wants to find a pattern, whether there's a pattern or not. But yeah, isn't this fun? Look at the star. Oh, look at these two together. Okay, pillowcase. Ooh.
Oh, that would be, now that's a pillowcase.
That's a pillowcase. With a yellow, get that yellow and make your little flange.
There's the yellow.
Oh, yep, there's the yellow. You could do the flange out of that. And then there's some good,
Love those
look
colors
at these.
down there.
Look at this. Look at that. That's the same line. Look how fun that is. Aww. Moon, look at the little, this is at nighttime. This is the nighttime animals. The deer, the bunny. There's an owl. There's a pretty owl right there. A wolf, maybe? Isn't that pretty? What a great pop of color against. So again, we're back to our contrast. That gives you that contrast that you need. Oh, look how fun these are. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love this. This is black in there. This would be great in a black and white quilt for a border. We'd give it that pop of color. I saw a picture of a completely black and white quilt. It was stunning.
I did too.
I think it was backdoor. I think backdoor somebody brought one in down there.
I saw one that was it was called Half a Log Cabin. So it was just half of the log cabin block and it was a whole quilt black and white. It looked stunning.
I bet it was. Look at these are butterfly wings. I had a grandmother who loved butterflies. These are butterfly wings.
Flutterbys.
Flutterby wings. Again, English paper piece. How fun would that be to English paper piece? Just, ugh. Yeah, I may have to break my no more fabric rule on these. Of course, you know rules are meant to be broken, right? Oh, look, it's mushrooms.
That's why they're made.
It's mushrooms. Now, they might be magic mushrooms. I don't know. It's morel mushroom season here in Indiana. People are trying. It might be just about over, but morel mushrooms have been real popular right here. And they are dang expensive if you can afford to buy them. So better to go find them than try and buy them. Okay, so I'm in love with this line. Very fun, very fun, very fun, very fun. Okay, let's look at the list here. See if we got it all. Oh, you know what we haven't talked about? Classes, sewing friends. We gotta go talk about yarn.
Yarn? Let's go to Yarn
Let's
Town.
go to Yarn Town. So we made it back to the yarn department. I know we've been all through the store. We've actually covered every inch of the store today, Peter. I mean, we've been everywhere. So, but we had to talk about the newest yarn that came in. We just have some reordered Malabrigo that is back in stock, and I know you guys love the Malabrigo. So Jessica, who works back here, said this was her favorite color right now. It's called Bobby Blue, and this is Rios, so it's a worsted weight yarn. And it is stunning. Look how pretty that is. And what makes me happy about Malabrigo is the twist. It knits nice. It makes a great stitch definition. It's just lovely. It really is lovely. And I feel sure that when you knit this into something, the gradual color changes in it are going to be stunning. Give it some really nice dimension. You probably wouldn't even have to do fancy stitches. The quality of the yarn is so beautiful that just doing, just a stockinette stitch is going to be really pretty because it's going to show you the color and the dimension of the yarn. So look how pretty. Yummy, 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 yummy. Look at how this gets light and then that gets a little darker. It's kind of got some almost black purplish undertones in there. It's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that was Jessica's favorite. And then her other favorite was this one. I think she likes blue. This one's called Paris Nights. Look at that.
I wish I could get jeans that color.
And stay that color.
Yeah, and stay that color.
Yeah, look at this, how it gets really black and then runs into the beige or the kind of light blue. It is a nice denim. Look how pretty that is. Again, that beautiful twist that really holds the stitch definition so beautifully. Now these are not ready. They're not ready to knit like this. You're gonna have to, take them apart and let us wind it into a ball for you. But we're happy to do that. Just be sure if you buy several skeins, we're probably going to ask if we can maybe do them and have you come back and pick them up. But look how pretty that is. So this is the Rios room. Oh, look at this one. This is Melon. Now this is not a particularly new one. It's been here a little while, but look at that. That does look like a melon, doesn't it? That looks like a nice, fresh, juicy bite of cantaloupe. It's not quite that time of year yet, but it will be here before you know it. I love this. So knitting classes, we do have knitting classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. We also have a group that meets that's a very informal group on Saturdays. We have crochet classes that meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the store. If you're interested in attending any of these classes, contact our orders department. They can help set you up and make sure you know when to be here, what to bring, and what to do to be in the class. And gosh, the yarn department's growing, so stay tuned. Oh, look at this one up here. Now, I don't know that I saw that when it came in.
I love that.
What is this called? Medusa. Oh, I do remember. I think we featured this.
I love that.
But you know what? It warrants being featured again. Look how pretty.
It really does.
Oh, the colors. Yeah, there's no way.
That would be fun in a shawl.
It would be fun in a shawl.
Or a crochet blanket.
Yep. You'd have to have a few for a blanket, but boy, is that pretty. Look how stunning. Look at the color. Purple, rust, red, brown, lavender, navy. That's just, oh, it's another one that's really pretty. So, yeah, come shop our yarn department. There is quite a bit gone to clearance because we're making room for new yarn. So, if you've got your eye on some yarn and you're thinking, gosh, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, but I do want to make a project, our clearance department's always a great place to shop. But, the yarn department's getting more yarn all the time, so don't hesitate to come in. When you come in, if you want help, there's always somebody in the yarn department who can answer your questions. Most of the time they're knitters or crocheters themselves. If they aren't, they will find somebody who can help you. And I think we've actually covered pretty much everything we need to talk about today. And I'm so glad you're following us on YouTube. It's great to have your comments. Please, 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 please tell us what you're working on. Comment on what you saw that you didn't get enough information or what you want more information. We do try to post these every Thursday so that they're the same day, same day. Not always the same time, but definitely the same day so that you can find them.
Same day, same time, same channel.
Yeah, same channel for sure. And I just hope you're having a really good stitching week. It's great for us here at Always in Stitches every day. What a great job. Could you have any better job, I think, in the world than working in a beautiful fabric art store where we get to play with all this stuff all the time. And there's a class next door, and I asked them to be a little quiet, and they've actually been dead silent.
I don't hear a peep.
I don't even hear a peep.
I heard
you guys
a whisper.
Over there, come on, yell.
They snorted.
They snorted. There was, but we said, we're getting ready to do a video. Could you just be kind of quieter than usual? And they have been absolutely silent. But there is a class right next door. I think I scared them to death. But anyway, thanks for watching Always in Stitches What's New. We'll see you next week.